I have been filling in my latest travel and junk journals, and they've gotten pretty chunky. Now, I have always used an Instax photo printer for all of my photo printing. I really love this style of like sort of vintagey kind of Polaroid style print. I've had this little Instax Fuji camera for a couple of years now, but I pretty much use it as a photo printer. I don't use this to shoot a lot of my photographs. I mainly just Bluetooth things from my phone and then use this to print, but it is very cute looking. Since I have been adding to this journal, it has gotten so thick and I've started thinking about maybe using another kind of photo printer. Now, I've obviously got like a big A4 printer, but I wanted to try something that was a little bit more compact that I could maybe even take with me when I'm traveling. So I decided to give this HP Sprocket Panorama printer a go. I like the idea of it because it doesn't just print like this 2 by 3 inch sort of size. Like this, for example, you can actually print these like long strips, which is really interesting. I think it could potentially give like a bit of dimension to the type of photos that I print, because it's not necessarily just rectangular pictures. You can print up to 9 inches. I'm quite interested to try this out. So I've not even taken it out of the box yet. I'm gonna unbox it, show you what's in the box, and then hopefully print some things to try out and show you. Some of my friends have tried other printers. My friend Angie has a really great video on Instax prints. Now hers is like an Instax, just a printer, but it prints exactly the same way, and a Canon selfie printer. And I think those are also like self-adhesive prints like this one. So if you're looking for more of a comparison between two things that do a similar sort of print, I would definitely recommend checking out Angie's video. I'll pop a link in the comments below because hers is a really great comparison of those two types of printers. So let's get this opened up and see what it's like. What I'll try and do as well is I'll try and do like a little side-by-side comparison of things like the price of like each print. I know that they will be slightly different because they're different styles of prints. Here's the box. This was about I think it was like 115 or 120 pounds. Whereas this, I remember, was a lot more expensive. This was over 200 pounds when I bought it. That's just because it's like a camera as well as a printer. The Instax printers are much cheaper. Okay, immediately I'm a little bit concerned about the size of the roll of paper. It did say in the box that it was like a sample roll, and this does not look long at all. Oh, maybe I should have bought another roll of paper to try this out with, but I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. Okay, it's sort of peachy in colour. I like the colour of it. It came in white as well. I can select a cute colour for something, then I am definitely going to do that. Okay, it's pretty cute. Does this open up? Okay, so this must be where the paper goes in here. I'm guessing that the rolls that you buy are going to be much bigger than this because this looks very, very skinny. I'm going to get like one print out of this and then it's going to be done. Okay, it's not super heavy. Fairly easy to like take that thing off, and I'm guessing that the prints will come out here. What did it say the maximum width was? It's like 2 inches wide or 1.5 inches wide. Anyway, you can print these like cute long pictures, which is what I'm interested in doing. Right, let's see if I can get this set up because I think it's all, you do it via the app. What else do you get in here? Oh, instruction booklet. Okay, right, let's get this set up. I don't think the update has worked, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add, let's see, what does it say? Oh no, I think this is the paper. Remove the cover and the paper roll holder. Feed the cleaning sheet into the slot. Now, I'm guessing this is it because it's blue. There. Facing down. Remember to keep the cleaning sheet for future use. Okay, so this thing here, I've got to like put it in to clean the printer somehow. Glass board side facing down.
That only really fits one way so until it hits the stopper. Okay, that feels like it's in. And it says you need to use the cleaning sheet every 10 to 15 prints. Close the top cover, click it into place. It will feed automatically. What is moving? Very slowly. So I guess I'll just pull this out after this, and I'll need to try and keep this safe. I wonder if this is just like a little piece of cardboard. That's interesting. It says twist the cap off of the paper roll holder. Unlock. Okay, it's not the way you would expect. It reminds you to use the cleaning sheet before loading the paper. Okay, and which way do you do it? It's showing me on the app. And then I think it goes like this. It's not super clear. Twist the cap until it fits back into place. Okay, that looks correct. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the paper goes under like this. And okay, feels like it clicked. Calibrate printer, close the top cover, click it into place, and it will automatically start calibrating, apparently. Okay, and I'm guessing this press down with 2 fingers thing is for like the little guillotine that's inside it, which is pretty cool. Ooh, this is exciting. It's printing a little thing. It's gonna look really good with some stickers on it. Alright, wish me luck for doing my first guillotine slice. What slice is it? Oh my god, it's sucking it back in. What the hell? Press down with 2 fingers and 1 firm motion. Okay, that felt like I punched through something there. Okay, yeah, I didn't do a great job the first time. The key is to punch very solidly. I think 2 thumbs was easier than this. Okay, so we've done a slice. Looks like it's been calibrated and everything. Let's just allow full access and then go next. Okay, interesting. You can do a photo booth, you can do a design or a print photo quick. This is the next morning because this took so long to install the firmware update. I ended up giving up with it last night, but it's installed now and I should be able to print. So I'm going to do a comparison of prints from these, from the HP Sprocket Panorama and my old Instax Mini Evo printer. I've downloaded the app and I'm going to put together a little design. So it looks like you can change the width. So this would be for like a very long print. It says 9 inches long. I don't think I have enough paper in this little test roll to do a big one. So I'm just going to do like a little small print for now. Let's try like 4 inches. And I'm just going to go into my camera roll and pick some images. Let's see. I love this one of me and Angie and Rachel. This is Angie who does the other printer comparison video that I was telling you about. I love this one of us at the dinosaurs. That's so fun. I'm gonna do my journal page about this very soon. I wonder what these frames are. Oh, okay, so you can like add some little frames. I'm not sure if I like any of those. What else? Brush.
What is this? Oh, okay, I could do like little doodles or whatever. Again, not into that. Stickers. So there's like some generic ones here as well. I would probably be inclined to try and add some of my own. What is this fill the frame thing? What would happen if I, this for example? Oh, okay, so it sort of picks a shape based on whatever photo. This might be nice for like adding your own text or something like that. I'll experiment with that later, but for now I think I'm happy with this. Maybe I could add some text. Desert Pals. Oh, there's some different fonts to choose from. Oh dear, I've jumped into the font picking abyss. Okay, that's quite cool. I wonder if I can change the colour of this. Looks like it. Maybe pick. How do I pick a colour? Oh, there we go. I do like this green. Nice and bright. Okay, maybe I could turn it around like this. Oh, I can't. Can I resize? I do not want to flip that. Okay, it's a little bit finicky. There's like a lag. Maybe this would be better over here. Okay, I think that that's like decent enough. So let's try and print this now and we'll see. I probably need to switch this on, I'm guessing. Okay, why is it not switching on? This has definitely been a bit of a challenge to get to grips with. I'm gonna plug this back in and see if that makes a difference. Okay, crisis averted is on. Right, so let's try printing this now. Okay, so it looks like I can check the print queue and it should be printing, technically. Now, okay, it's printing slowly. Now, the good thing about this one that I'm kind of excited about is the fact that the prints are sticky backed. So I don't need to worry about gluing them into my journal. I can just stick them as they come. Oh, that's cute. Right, now let me see if I can chop this properly without sort of chewing up the end of the photo. I did it! Okay, so it does give you like this little edge. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It has come out like a little bit dark at this edge here. I wonder if that's just something that it does along the ends of the pictures. I'm gonna try and print out maybe something from like the same day or something similar so that we have like a bit of a comparison with the Instax as well. So let's go ahead and use that. Now this I just loaded with some new film. Let me show you what the film packets look like for the Instax. They come like this. These are actually, it's a totally different type of film. This is like more of a traditional like Polaroid style film, whereas these, it's a zinc film, which I'm not entirely sure of the tech, but they're different. These you can expose to light, so you need to be careful if you're traveling with them, taking this through x-rays, etc. And they come in like a little black canister that you feed into the camera, whereas this paper, you don't need to worry about exposing it to light, that sort of thing. So yeah, they are quite different, but the cheapest I've found these is about £8 for 10. Sometimes you can get them cheaper if you find them on a deal. And this roll of zinc printer sticker paper is also really expensive, but I think they work out a little bit cheaper. I'll try and put the prices on the screen so you can compare. Still not the cheapest way to print photos, but I think the Sprocket is a little bit cheaper. I just replaced the cartridge on this, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it on, and you can see here that I could, if I wanted to, take some pictures. There's also like some cool like effects. You can change the lens effect, and then also up here you have some different film effects. So it's like quite a tactile, fun camera. And then when you want to go ahead and print from one of these, you sort of pull this lever, which is really satisfying, but I'm not going to do that because it'll print whatever photo I took last. So I'm going to use this as like a photo printer today. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Instax app, and then all I need to do is select the image. Let's go for, I really love this one because it's of a traditional film strip. And then you can just resize. And then I always like to add like a little bit of brightness.
And then they have this auto, which sort of like sharpens and brightens everything and gives them a little bit more contrast. And I think that does help with this style of photo printing. It makes everything a little bit crisper. And then I just need to click print. And it gives you a little preview as well. And then I like the format of this. It sort of sends it to print really, really quickly. You'll see the difference with how much simpler it was to print with the Instax than it has been with the Sprocket. Maybe I'm just used to the Instax and there was a bit of a learning curve with the Sprocket, but in general I find that this is much quicker. And then here we go, it's printing out this way. And the difference with this is that when it prints out, just switch that off. When it prints out, it comes out blank and then it sort of develops like a traditional Polaroid, whereas the Sprocket comes out in full colour. So let's just wait for that to develop and then we'll see how it comes out. So for this, I think it's starting to develop already. You can see it sort of quite faintly. It sort of like fades in like this. It sort of ghosts in, which is pretty cool. Getting darker. It definitely has more of like a sort of vintage feel to it, but then look at, I mean, it's really hard to tell from like holding them side by side, but this is definitely chunkier and thicker. It feels like there's multiple layers inside this, whereas this literally just feels like one sort of thin photo. While this finishes developing, I'm just going to trim the edges off of this, and I could also like chop these up. Just trim these white edges off. Yeah, that's cute. And let's see what the sticky back is like as well. Because I think this is the thing that is going to make such a difference, is the fact that you can peel and stick. Yeah, so the back in here is really quite thin, and your sticker, your photo sticker, is really quite substantial. But again, probably thinner than the Instax and less bulky for adding to your journal. Let's see what this one looks like. Still a little bit to go, but getting darker. So yeah, both quite different styles. I'm going to be using both of these as a feature in this journal, but so far I've only been using my Polaroids really, which have added quite a lot of bulk. I guess with these as well, you could also cut out the background of things and sort of make yourself like little cutout stickers. Maybe I'll try one of those as well, just for comparison. Let's make a really small one. Will this cut? Let's see. There's a little tool here for removing, I think this means remove background. Oh, that actually worked really well. Let me see if I can just scale myself up. And then the idea would be I can cut around this and make sort of like a cutout sticker. Okay, shall we just give this a go? And this is going to be really tiny because this is going to be, if you imagine, the width of the sticker. That's cute, it's giving me some encouragement. It definitely did feel slower to print than the Instax. So far I would say the Instax, much easier to set up, slightly faster to print with. The colours come out straight away with the Sprocket. And I would say as well, ready to cut, okay. I do like the little slice, that's quite cute. But I would say that the colours in general are a little bit more subdued on the Sprocket. Maybe the film develops and gets brighter, but you can see the difference in colour. The colour with the Instax is really vibrant, whereas the Sprocket is like quite subdued. And these pictures were taken on the same day. They were all with iPhone. So yeah, I really wouldn't expect them to have too much variation in colour, but this one looks like a lot cooler and darker. So maybe that's something that I need to take into account when I edit in my photos. Maybe I need to do like a little bit of brightening and saturation edits before I send them to print. So yeah, let's see how this one would work out if I decided just to cut like a little border around it. And that's where I think this printer will potentially be really handy for like different creative spreads with my travel journal, because right now I would never cut into an Instax because there's multiple layers. I don't know how they would react, if they would fall apart or whatever, and plus they're really expensive as well. Making these little small ones, guessing it's gonna make them slightly more affordable. So I'm just neatly cutting around the edge. Okay, so yeah, there I've got like my own little sticker of me with a white border on it. Let's see what it would be like if I peeled this off the edge. Okay, there it is. nice and sticky on the back. Maybe I'll just stick this into my little sticker book right now. I've got this reusable sticker book. Me and Angie also collaborated on these. She's got some in her shop. I don't sell them, but this was one that we made for an event. And I can just put this in here for when I'm going to use it later. These sticker books are great because you can just like reposition things. But yeah, that's actually, I feel like this is going to be a really interesting use for this sticker printer. Very, very different to how they come out with the Instax. Both very usable for like different applications within my junk journal setup. I'm really looking forward to adding some of the panorama pictures, also using it vertically to print sort of like photo booth style photos. I think is going to be really fun, even like some little mini ones. Maybe I'll try some mini photo booth photos as one last experiment just to see how they turn out, because I think that could be really, really cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a picture as straight on as I possibly can using the guides on my phone to get it straight. Maybe if I come back a little bit. Of this photo booth picture with Jordan. This is very tricky to do, holding two phones. Okay, and then let's find another one of me and Kit and Julia. I've been doing videos of that. Hell if I did an actual photo, eh? Raj is just chilling out in his pile of packaging. Just gonna go in and crop these just so that I'm doing as little editing within the app as possible, because the editing capabilities are fairly limited. Let's try and make this straight. Can I crop right in? That's what I want to do. Okay, and then same for this one. And my idea here is I want to make like mini photo strips, because these, the real photo strips, are far too big to put in my very small miniature travel journal. So if I can make mini ones of these, I think that would be really cool. Okay, so I've got both of these strips here. So let's just go back into the Sprocket app and let's choose maybe about this length. Can I flip around like this? Okay, let's try this length here. And then I will add this picture. Maybe I need to make my, maybe 4 inches is slightly better. Just try to figure out the ratio. 4.5, let's do that. This one of me and Jordan. Okay, this looks better. And then Kit and Julia and I. Okay, so 4.5 inches long seems to be like quite a good length for lining 2 of these up next to each other. Let's make them big. Okay, and it's giving me some little blue guides top and bottom there. Okay, let's just see how that goes. I'm gonna send that to print now. See how it handles black and white. Maybe I can like take this foil off now. Put that in my sticker book for later. Oh my goodness, I feel like these are gonna be so cute. I just love when things are either miniature or giant sized. Me and Michael actually made some giant photo booth wall hangings for our wedding years and years ago. Oh my goodness, these are so sweet. And the fact that they're mini and they're just gonna fit so nicely, right? Okay, I think I've got the hang of chopping the prints off now. Okay, they're really, really cute. I'm just gonna quickly trim these up, and these scissors are actually really blunt and covered in goo, so you don't even need great stickers. There's the first one. Oh my god, look how cute it is. So sweet. I never usually stick my original photo booth photos into my journal because they're so special and precious. I keep them usually to have on my wall, but this is just such a fun little way to recreate them, reproduce some small versions. Look at those. And will this actually fit? Will this fit on a page of my small journal? Here's hoping. Okay, at like a slight angle, it definitely would. How cute is that? Let's put these in my sticker book to use later. Whoop. Now they're quite rolled up, but I'm guessing that's just because the paper comes in a roll. A little bit of encouragement and they're sort of sitting a bit flatter. Okay, much better. Right, let's get the backing taken off of these and I'll put them in my sticker book. I might even go back and put these in an old travel journal from the time that I took these with my pals. Okay, oh my god, I want to make all of my photo booth strips mini. They are so cute. Okay, I feel like that was a very successful use of the sprocket. I really love that you can make these long vertical photos. It's just so different to the format of the Polaroids, but also like really nostalgic, which is one of the things I love about this format in the first place. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. It's been interesting to try out both of these, having been an Instax user for so long. This definitely had a little bit of a learning curve in setup, and even just the speed of printing was a little bit slower as to what I am used to. But I guess when you factor in that you don't need to wait for the photos to develop, it probably works out as around about the same as the Instax. So yeah, I am really pleased that I got this. I think it's going to be a good addition to my journaling setup. I will pop all of the prices in the comments below, as well as some links if you want to grab one of these for yourself. I think they would be a great present for somebody that was either into taking photographs and journaling, or either of those things. Even for someone that just wants to get back to using more physical media. I know that I am very guilty of having tens of thousands of photos on my phone and hardly ever printing anything out. So I feel like this is going to encourage me to print more photos, maybe have more pictures of friends and family and occasions on the wall in my home. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this new printer. I think it is a really handy little piece of kit. All right, so thank you so much for watching my little comparison demo. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to try and answer them. As far as I know, these are both available to purchase at the moment. My links are also in the comments. Let me know if you tried them out and what you think as well. I would be really interested to know your thoughts. If you've enjoyed this, I would love for you to follow my channel for more journaling and creative stuff. I usually post things like journaling and behind the scenes small business content. All right, until the next time, I will see you later. Bye.